Welcome to Metaphysics Podcast. I'm Dennis Goddard.
And I'm Louise Hicks.
And today we're diving into something that might sound kind of simple,
Yeah.
but has the potential to completely change your life. The power of self-talk.
Ooh.
And we're not just talking about positive affirmations here. This goes way deeper.
Yeah.
Impacts your brain, your body,
Yeah.
and maybe even reality itself.
Interesting.
So stick with us because we're going to unpack some surprising research.
Okay.
And by the end, you'll have a whole new perspective on what your thoughts are really capable of.
I'm excited.
And hey, while you're listening, don't forget to hit that like button.
Yes.
And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future deep dives.
Definitely.
We love hearing from you, so drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below.
Yeah.
Let's make this a conversation.
It's fascinating how often we just dismiss self-talk as just background noise.
Right?
But it's actually the operating system running in the background of our lives,
Mm.
constantly shaping our experiences.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
So it's not just about thinking happy thoughts.
No.
There's a real science behind this.
Absolutely. It all comes down to neuroplasticity.
Okay.
This amazing ability of our brains to rewire themselves based on our thoughts and experiences.
Yeah.
Think of it like this. Every time you have a thought,
Yeah.
it's like carving a tiny groove in your brain.
Okay.
The more you repeat that thought,
Wow.
the deeper that groove becomes,
Okay.
and the easier it is for your brain to follow that same pathway.
So if we're constantly thinking the same negative thought,
Right.
we're essentially hardwiring those patterns into our brains.
Exactly.
No wonder it feels so hard to break out of those cycles.
And here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Studies have shown that even silently criticizing yourself,
Yeah.
those little whispers of self-doubt,
Yeah.
trigger a measurable spike in cortisol, the stress hormone,
Wow.
and these cortisol spikes can linger for hours,
Really?
impacting everything from your mood to your sleep to your immune system.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're not just making ourselves feel bad mentally.
Right.
We're creating a whole cascade of physical stress
Yes.
just by the way we talk to ourselves.
It's true. It's like playing a broken record in your mind,
Yeah.
and your body is forced to listen to that same discordant tune
Yeah.
over and over again.
That's a powerful image.
Yeah.
So if our negative self-talk is so detrimental,
Right.
can we actually reverse that process by consciously choosing more positive and empowering thoughts?
Absolutely. Remember, the brain is incredibly adaptable.
Okay.
Just as we can wire ourselves for negativity,
Right.
we can rewire ourselves for positivity and growth.
Okay.
And it all starts with understanding this key principle.
Okay.
Neurons that fire together, wire together.
Okay. Break that down for me.
Okay.
What does neurons that fire together, wire together actually mean?
Think of it like this. Every time you have a thought,
Yeah.
a specific network of neurons in your brain fires.
Okay.
The more you repeat that thought, the stronger the connections between those neurons become.
Okay.
It's like walking the same path through a field of grass.
Right.
The more you walk it, the more defined the path becomes.
Yeah.
And eventually, it's the easiest route to follow.
So to change our self-talk, we need to create new pathways,
Exactly.
new trails in the field of our minds.
Exactly. And the way we do that
Yeah.
is through repeated conscious
Right.
and intentional positive self-talk.
Okay.
It's like installing a new operating system on your computer.
Ooh.
You're not just deleting a few files,
Yeah.
you're upgrading the entire system for better performance.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
But hold on. I'm guessing it's not as simple as just saying a few affirmations in the mirror, right?
Right.
What about those deeply ingrained patterns of negative self-talk that feel almost automatic?
You're right. It's not always easy. It takes effort and consistency.
Right.
But the good news is that even small, consistent changes in your self-talk can create a ripple effect,
Yeah.
leading to significant shifts in your experience over time. It's like
Yeah.
compound interest.
Yeah.
The more you invest in positive self-talk, the greater the returns.
That's encouraging.
Yeah.
So even if we don't see a complete transformation overnight,
Right.
those small steps are still making a difference.
Absolutely. Remember, you're essentially retraining your brain,
Yeah.
and that takes time and patience.
Right.
Think of it like learning a new language or a musical instrument.
Right.
You wouldn't expect to become fluent or a virtuoso overnight.
Right.
It takes practice, perseverance, and a willingness to embrace the learning process.
This is making so much sense.
It goes
It's not about perfection. It's about progress, right?
Exactly. It's about showing up for yourself consistently.
Yeah.
Choosing those empowering thoughts even when it feels challenging.
Right.
And the more you do that,
Yeah.
the more natural it becomes.
Okay, I'm starting to get really excited about this. But there's a part of me that's still a little skeptical. I mean, can our thoughts really impact our physical reality? Isn't that getting a bit woo-woo?
Well, that's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Let's talk about the quantum field and how our thoughts and emotions might have a more subtle influence on the world around us than we realize.
Okay.
But before we go there, let's take a quick pause.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You won't want to miss this.
Yeah.
We're about to dive into some mind-blowing stuff about the connection between your thoughts and the quantum field.
Cool.
While we take a short break, tell us in the comments.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed a connection between your thoughts and your experiences in the real world? We'll be right back to explore this fascinating connection.
Welcome back. Before the break, you were asking if our thoughts could really have an impact on our physical reality.
Yeah.
And to be honest, this is where things get a little less clear-cut
Okay.
and a bit more speculative.
Okay, so we're venturing into uncharted territory now.
Exactly. We're moving from well-established neuroscience
into the realm of quantum physics. Where some physicists suggest that our thoughts and emotions might interact with the fabric of reality in ways we're only beginning to understand.
Okay, I'm all ears, but I have to admit quantum physics makes my head spin a little.
I hear you. It's a pretty mind-bending field.
Yeah.
But here's a simplified way to think about it.
Okay.
Imagine the quantum field as a vast ocean of possibilities.
Okay.
Where everything that ever was, is, or could be exists as a potential.
So like a cosmic soup of infinite potential.
Exactly.
Okay.
And within this field, tiny particles are constantly popping in and out of existence.
Right.
Their behavior influenced by energy and information.
Okay. So how do our thoughts fit into this picture?
Well, some physicists believe that our thoughts, especially when charged with strong emotions, act like ripples in this quantum field. Think of it like this: just as a tiny pebble can create ripples in a pond.
Right.
Our intentions, especially when amplified by emotions,
might create subtle shifts in the fabric of reality, influencing which possibilities become our lived experience.
Whoa, that's a pretty wild idea.
Yeah.
So we're not just passive observers.
Right.
We're active participants in shaping our reality.
That's the exciting part.
Wow.
It suggests that we have more agency and creative power than we might realize.
Okay.
And it ties back to what you were talking about earlier with neuroplasticity.
Right.
As we rewire our brains for more positive thinking, we might also be shifting our energetic frequency, aligning ourselves with a more positive and empowering reality.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if our thoughts are so powerful, why don't we all have the lives we want? Why isn't everyone winning the lottery and living their dream life just by thinking about it?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And there are a few things to consider here.
Okay.
First, it's important to remember that we're not talking about some kind of magical thinking where you just wish for something and it appears. It's about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires.
Okay.
And being open to the possibilities that unfold as you do that.
So it's not just about thinking positive thoughts.
Right.
It's about embodying that positivity in everything we do.
Exactly. And secondly, remember that we're all operating within a complex web of interconnected consciousness.
Okay.
We're not isolated islands.
Right.
Our thoughts and intentions are constantly interacting with the thoughts and intentions of others. So it's not as simple as just manifesting our desires in a vacuum.
Okay.
It's about understanding our role in the larger tapestry of consciousness.
Right.
And contributing our unique energy to the collective.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like we're all contributing to a giant quantum soup.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And finally, it's important to remember that we all have limiting beliefs and unconscious patterns that can hold us back.
Yeah.
Just like we might have a physical injury that limits our mobility.
Right.
We can have emotional wounds and ingrained beliefs that sabotage our efforts to create the lives we want.
So how do we overcome those limiting beliefs and tap into our full creative potential?
That's where the real work begins. It's about becoming aware of those limiting beliefs.
Right.
Challenging them and replacing them with more empowering thoughts and perspectives.
Okay.
And that's where practices like mindfulness, meditation, and even therapy can be incredibly helpful in uncovering those hidden blocks.
Right.
And creating a more fertile ground for transformation.
Okay, this is all starting to click for me now. So it's not just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about understanding the complex interplay between our thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions.
Right.
And how all of that interacts with the larger field of consciousness.
You got it.
Yeah.
It's about becoming conscious creators of our own reality.
Right.
Understanding that we have more power than we might realize.
Right.
And using that power responsibly and intentionally to shape our lives and contribute to the world in a positive way.
This is mind-blowing stuff.
I know, right?
I'm definitely going to need some time to process all of this.
Take your time.
But before we go too far down the quantum rabbit hole, I'm curious to know more about how we can actually put these principles into practice.
Okay.
You mentioned earlier that even small changes in our self-talk can make a difference.
Yes.
Are there any specific techniques or practices that can help us start rewiring our brains for more positive thinking?
Absolutely. That's where the idea of a 3-day transformation protocol comes in.
Okay.
It's a simple but powerful framework for intentionally shifting your self-talk.
Okay.
And creating a more positive and empowering internal landscape.
Okay. I'm definitely intrigued. What are the key elements of this 3-day protocol?
It involves focusing on 3 key time windows during the day.
Okay.
Morning, afternoon, and evening. During these times, you'll engage in specific practices. Designed to interrupt those automatic negative thought patterns. And replace them with more empowering beliefs and affirmations.
Sounds interesting. I'm ready to upgrade my mental operating system.
Good.
Give me the details. What do we do during these time windows?
Well, let's start with the morning routine.
Right.
As soon as you wake up, before you even reach for your phone.
Yeah.
Or start thinking about your to-do list.
Right.
Take a moment to simply place your hand on your heart and take a few deep breaths.
Okay.
This simple gesture helps shift your focus inward and create a sense of grounded presence.
So starting the day with intention before the chaos sets in.
Exactly.
I like that.
And then for the next 15-20 minutes, engage in some intentional self-talk.
Okay.
This could involve repeating affirmations, visualizing your desired outcomes, or simply expressing gratitude for all the good in your life.
Right.
The key is to speak those words out loud, even if it's just a whisper, to engage your body and mind more fully.
So we're literally speaking our new reality into existence. I love it.
Yes.
But what if our minds start to wander during this time? What if those negative thoughts start creeping back in?
That's completely normal.
Okay.
The key is to simply notice those thoughts without judgment.
Right.
And gently redirect your attention back to your chosen affirmations or visualizations.
Okay.
It's like training a puppy.
Yeah.
You have to be patient and consistent, and eventually your mind will learn to follow those new commands.
Okay. I can see how that would take practice. But I'm committed to giving it a try.
Good.
So that's the morning routine. What about the afternoon?
The afternoon is all about reinforcing those new thought patterns.
Okay.
You established in the morning.
Yeah.
Find a quiet spot, even if it's just for 5 minutes.
Okay.
And reconnect with those affirmations or visualizations.
Okay.
This time, incorporate some movement into your practice. Maybe go for a walk.
Right.
Do some stretching.
Yeah.
Or simply stand up and move your body with intention as you speak your chosen words.
So we're literally embodying those positive affirmations, bringing them to life through our physical actions.
Remember, transformation happens on multiple levels. Mental, emotional, and physical. By incorporating movement, you're engaging your entire being in the process of change.
This is making so much sense. Okay, so we've got our morning ritual and our afternoon reinforcement.
Right.
What's the final step in this evening protocol?
The evening is all about review and integration.
Okay.
Before you go to bed, take a few moments to reflect on your day and acknowledge all the ways you showed up for yourself and embodied your chosen affirmations.
Okay.
Maybe jot down a few notes in a journal.
Right.
Or simply replay those positive moments in your mind. And as you drift off to sleep, let those empowering thoughts be the last things you focus on.
So we're essentially planting those positive seeds in our subconscious mind as we sleep.
That's the idea. It's like giving your subconscious mind a powerful bedtime story.
Yeah.
Helping it to reprogram itself for greater positivity and possibility.
This whole protocol sounds amazing.
It is.
But I have to be honest, a part of me is still wondering, does this stuff really work? I mean, can simply changing our self-talk really lead to tangible changes in our lives? Have you seen this in action?
That's a great question, and one we'll explore in more detail after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You won't want to miss this. We're about to delve into some real-life examples of how the transformative power of self-talk can create positive ripple effects in every area of your life.
Yeah.
While we take a short pause, tell us in the comments, have you ever experienced a shift in your reality after making a conscious effort to change your self-talk? Share your stories below. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. You asked if simply changing our self-talk can really lead to tangible changes in our lives, and if I've seen it in action.
Yes, you did, and the answer is a resounding yes. I've witnessed countless individuals transform their lives by shifting their self-talk. It's not always an overnight process, but the cumulative effect of those small, consistent changes can be truly remarkable.
That's so encouraging to hear.
So how does this transformation actually show up in people's lives? Can you give us some specific examples?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's start with relationships. When you begin to treat yourself with kindness and respect, it radiates outward. You show up differently in your interactions with others.
Okay.
You're more confident, more authentic, and more present. And that shift in energy can have a profound impact on your relationships.
So it's not about trying to change others or force them to treat you better.
Right.
It's about changing yourself and allowing those positive changes to naturally attract healthier relationships.
Exactly. It's about becoming the kind of person who embodies the qualities you seek in others.
Okay.
When you cultivate self-love and self-worth, you naturally attract people who resonate with that energy.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And what about our careers?
Yeah.
How can this transformation impact our professional lives?
When you reprogram your self-talk for success, you start to see opportunities you might have missed before. You're more likely to take risks, pursue your goals with greater confidence, and advocate for yourself more effectively.
So it's about aligning our internal beliefs with our external aspirations.
Precisely. You become a magnet for the kind of career that aligns with your true potential. And it's not just about attracting opportunities, it's about showing up differently in those opportunities.
Okay.
You communicate more effectively, you make decisions with greater clarity, and you inspire others with your newfound belief in yourself.
This is so inspiring. It's not just about getting the job.
Right.
It's about excelling in the job.
Right.
Because of our newfound confidence and self-belief.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And beyond relationships and careers, this transformation can have a profound impact on our overall well-being, our health, happiness, and sense of purpose.
Okay, tell me more about that. How does shifting our self-talk improve our well-being?
When you consistently choose empowering thoughts over limiting ones, you literally change your energetic vibration. You become more aligned with joy, abundance, and well-being. And that shift in energy can have a ripple effect on every aspect of your life.
It's like we're tuning into a different frequency.
Right.
Broadcasting positivity out into the world and attracting it back to us, right?
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And this positive energy not only impacts our own lives, but also extends outward, influencing the people around us.
Right.
It's like throwing a pebble into a pond. The ripples extend far beyond the initial point of impact.
So by transforming ourselves, we're also contributing to a more positive and uplifting world.
Absolutely. And here's something else to consider.
Okay.
When you shift your self-talk and start aligning with your true potential, you might start noticing something called synchronicity.
Synchronicity. I've heard that term before, but I'm not entirely sure what it means.
Synchronicity refers to those meaningful coincidences that seem to guide you towards your goals or desires.
Right.
Like the universe is conspiring to support you, orchestrating a series of events that lead you to exactly where you need to be.
So it's like those lucky breaks or serendipitous moments that seem to happen when you're on the right path.
Exactly. And while some people might dismiss these occurrences as mere coincidence, others believe they're a sign that you're in alignment with your true purpose. That you're flowing with the natural rhythm of the universe.
Wow, that's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I've had those coincidence moments in my own life.
Yeah.
And it always feels like there's something bigger at play.
It's definitely worth paying attention to those synchronicities. They can be a powerful affirmation that you're on the right track, that you're moving in the direction of your dreams.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
It has.
I feel like I have a whole new perspective on the power of my own thoughts and how they shape my reality.
It's been a pleasure sharing these insights with you.
And to all our amazing listeners out there, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the transformative power of self-talk. Remember, you have the power to change your life one thought at a time. Start speaking to yourself with kindness. Believe in your own potential and watch as your world transforms before your very eyes.
It's true.
And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this episode with your friends so they can join the conversation. Until next time, keep those positive vibes flowing.